If your plants suddenly look weaker than usual, bacterial leaf spot could be one possible cause. This disease is commonly associated with bacteria in the Xanthomonas group and can seriously affect peppers, tomatoes, and other crops, particularly under warm and humid conditions. The first symptoms often appear on young leaves as small, yellowish-green lesions. Young leaves may become distorted, wrinkled, or deformed as the infection develops. On older leaves, the spots become more distinctive. They may appear as angular, dark green, water-soaked lesions with a greasy appearance and are often surrounded by yellow halos. These lesions tend to occur more frequently along leaf margins and tips. As the disease progresses, the centers of the spots dry out and break apart, leaving small holes or fissures in the leaves. Fruit can also be affected. On young fruit, small water-soaked spots may first appear as pale areas. Over time, these lesions become rough, brown, and scaly, reducing the quality and marketability of the crop. Bacterial leaf spot is found in many parts of the world and can be especially destructive to peppers and tomatoes grown in warm, humid environments. The bacteria can survive on or inside contaminated seeds and may also persist on certain weeds. They can spread between plants through rain splash and overhead irrigation. The pathogen typically enters plant tissues through natural openings such as stomata or through wounds on leaves and other plant parts. Temperatures around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius combined with high humidity can create highly favorable conditions for disease development. Once an outbreak becomes established, controlling it can be difficult, and severe infections may result in major crop losses. Because early infections can be difficult and costly to manage, severely affected crops may sometimes need to be removed rather than treated. Preventive measures are therefore extremely important. Start with certified, disease-free seeds whenever possible. Seed treatment methods, such as properly controlled hot water treatment or approved disinfectant treatments, may help reduce seed-borne bacteria. Always follow the recommended temperature, concentration, and treatment time for the specific crop. Copper-based products can also provide a protective layer on leaves and fruit and may help reduce disease development. Where legally registered and appropriate, applications are generally most useful when started at the first signs of infection and repeated according to the product label, particularly during prolonged warm and humid weather. Some biological approaches, including bacteriophages that specifically target bacterial pathogens, may also be available for certain crops and regions. For long-term protection, choose resistant varieties when suitable options are available locally and inspect plants regularly for early symptoms. Remove severely infected plants and manage nearby weeds that could serve as alternative hosts. Avoid overhead irrigation whenever possible and avoid working among plants while the foliage is wet. Apply mulch around plants to reduce soil and water splash onto lower leaves. Clean and disinfect gardening tools and equipment after working with infected plants, especially before moving between different growing areas. After harvest, remove or properly incorporate crop residues so they do not become a continuing source of bacteria. Crop rotation with non-host crops for 2 to 3 years can also help reduce disease pressure. The key symptoms to remember are small yellowish-green spots on young leaves, followed by dark, water-soaked lesions with yellow halos on older foliage. Leaves may become wrinkled and distorted, while fruit can develop rough, brown, scaly lesions. Early detection, clean planting material, good sanitation, and careful water management can greatly reduce the risk of bacterial leaf spot. Stay tuned for more practical tips to help keep your plants healthy.